Yo, what's going on, you guys? This is King Froggy. Welcome back to another Metalhead Reacts. So today we're reacting to a new artist on the channel. It's a new day apparently because we've reacted to Kill Switch, which we have not reacted to, and this guy. This guy's name is K.A.A.N, I'm guessing. K-A-A-N. K.A.A.N. It's called 4 for 1. This was one that was recommended to me not too long ago. But I want to get to it because they said they would blow my mind, quote unquote. So let's get into it. That way I don't read into the lyrics before the music starts.
Loud. Knowledge, nigga.
I just realized
4 for 1 is it.
too. Like,
Let's do it.
follow up to
Loud. Look, as a child I dealt with abuse, infusing pain with the mic. Felt like the world was on my shoulders, took attempts on my life. I understand that isn't healthy, like how the fuck could it help me? Reflecting this in the dark and realizing I was selfish, but you couldn't tell me no different. Try all you want, I'm not listening. We had no shelter or place we could turn. This shit is routine and the lesson I've learned is keep your mouth shut, the more quiet you are. No yelling or screaming inside of the house, cause that wasn't ever a lousy. I wasn't raised to believe I could possibly be anything that I wanted. There is no support for the kid with a home that is here. Think we would have said, they tell me the way I should go. Everything I should already know. All the emotions I'm willing to show. My adolescence progression to growth was stunning, so I'm feeling mentally stuck. I live on the edge and I don't give a fuck. A handful of pills that was never enough. The way that I cope when this living is tough. But if I recall, we have been through it all. You niggas are speaking no problems and poverty as if you actually seen it. But bitch, when we lived in that trailer, we never had nothing but roaches and ramen. We couldn't complain. My parents would bicker, it's always the same. My mother was picking us up at the school. We be in the back of that old station wagon. 96.3 on the radio blast. And Smokey Robinson would have us relax. And quiet storm before we step in the madness. All of that peace that we had in our past is walking the door, but there's yelling and screaming. There wasn't a place that I ever felt safe, and I couldn't relate to the kids that I saw, cause I felt like they all had it better than me, cause they don't have to deal with the shit that I deal with. I stay in the middle of arguments, shooting myself from believing this shit is my fault. Every time they would fight, it was grief. Closing my eyes and my ears in my room when I open the book, man, that shit never cease. And I want to be free, but there's nowhere to leave. I wonder why people keep fucking with me, cause when I was in school, they would tell me I'm slow, cause I never retained anything I was taught. So they put it on me like that shit was my fault, cause it couldn't be something that wasn't the way of the place that I stay, cause I never got help. My mother got tired from busting her ass, like dropping us off and then going to work and then picking us up and then bringing us home to a man that appreciates nothing at all.
Whoa, okay. Calm down. Okay, so I will say right off the bat, already blown my mind. The speed this guy is going at, and the fact that it's non-stop, no repeating verses, it's just non-stop, line after line. It's amazing. It is so impressive. I am surprised I have not reacted to this guy already. So he's talking about not only growing up in poverty, but also growing up in an abusive household, and also, like, you know, so many topics I could talk about here. So first off, the poverty and abusive household thing, I can relate to that very much so. My father was very physically abusive. And my mother was very emotionally abusive. So I was taking it from both fronts. If I wasn't getting beaten and called a piece of shit and that I would never succeed by my father, I was getting told that, again, I couldn't succeed and being put down by my mother. And we lived, again, in poverty. My dad was in and out of work because he didn't want to work. My mother was supporting all three of us before my brother was born, all three of us on disability, and her parents helped. That was it. That was all we had. So growing up, I didn't really have that much. And not only that, but like, not only did I not have that much, but, you know, with my parents not only fighting with each other, they would also come to me to vent steam on whatever the fuck they were arguing about. So, you know, it took a huge toll. I never actually got to experience childhood because starting out from an early age, I had to be, you know, way more mature and grown up than I actually was, and it put a lot of pressure on me. I started experiencing depression by the time I was 6, and it just got worse from there. Um, First, it was physical harm where I would, self mutilation and things like that, and then I sunk into alcohol and became an alcoholic when I was about 13, and then when I was about 15, I got hooked on cocaine, and rest is history. Um, so a lot of what he's saying, I can relate to on a personal level, especially when he goes to school and he's made fun of, he's and all of that. When I was younger, I since I tried to stay out of my parents' way, I stayed locked in my room all the time. I would normally be doing schoolwork because we didn't have cable, we didn't have. I had a game system, but it was my dad's, so if he wanted it, he'd take it. So a majority of the time, I was doing schoolwork, or I was watching some documentaries that I checked out of the library in town. Um, so I was always doing schoolwork, but whenever I got to school, I would lose motivation because I didn't have anybody backing me up, pushing me along, telling me that everything was going to be okay. So don't get me wrong, I still made A's and B's, but I didn't reach my full potential. And when it came to people, no. When I was a kid, I stayed away from them. I sat in the corner of the cafeteria where nobody was. When we were on the playground, I would stay away from kids. I stayed away from people. I was made fun of by the way I looked, because of the way I dressed, because I had shitty clothes, because of the fact that we were poor. It it was hard. It was very hard growing up, and so I understand a lot of what this guy is saying. And if you out there have experienced this, I know how you feel. It's not an easy thing to have overcome. And if you're still going through this, like if you're a teenager or you're a kid, um, you know, just watching this channel and learning all of the political things that we and real world things that we talk about on this channel, you're already taking a step in the right direction by increasing your knowledge of the way the world works. Um, just it's hard to overcome, but just remember that the only person that matters is yourself. If you can push yourself, that's where the real power comes from. Don't rely on others to push you along, no matter what age you are. You have to be able to push yourself. If you have people pushing you, congratulations, you're lucky. But if you don't, or even if you do, you still need to be able to push yourself and not rely on someone else or what someone else says or thinks. That's how you get as far as you can in life. That's how you keep from making mistakes. That's how you make sure that your life will eventually mean something. Alright, so let's back up just a touch. And let's keep going.
The rest, like dropping this off and then going to work and then picking this up and then bringing this home to a man that appreciates nothing at all while he burning a cigarette, standing the wall. Monday through Saturday, cursing his law, but gets up on Sunday to go praise the Lord. But that's from time to time and those moments are spare. I figured it out, that life isn't fair, so do what you can, cause nobody cares. It's all about loving the memories that you were made and your happiness while you were here. I pray that you live without fear and you never think you're in need of materials just to complete you, cause that isn't true. Don't be dependent on things that can dissipate or disappear when you need them the most.
Exactly.
Knowledge, nigga.
Exactly. Never rely on a physical item. That will not fill up in your heart.
Hey, 4 for 1 is number 2. It's 2 more after this. I think. I don't know. I'm out of mad position, so I don't know. Loud. Look, yeah, I've been a man for for a while, my definitive plan, and I'm a tentative terror, lyrics apart too quick. Style constipated, I can never give two shits. Coming through your speaker, knocking on your door. Who this? Educated nigga that's only giving you elegance. I allocate and regulate, I'm moving with malevolence. I try to paint a positive picture while feeling negative. A sedative is soothing, assuming that I'm ascending while sending you serendipity. I live in misery, I play a misdemeanor, changing my demeanor, feeling for the fountain of youth. I wanted wisdom and truth. I know these other motherfuckers try to give an excuse, but my style is too loose. Prefer to be reclusive. I give a simple silent serenade with acoustics. I've been showing the way, but nobody is trying to follow me. Believe in what I'm doing. I never make an apology. I built a foundation for a fucking mausoleum with a citadel and mural like the Roman Colosseum. Infiltrated by an infidel, I see you when I see you sipping white Zinfandel. I'm a connoisseur and conqueror, commodore, dedicated. Occasionally I kill it. I'm giving you food for thought. It's enough for a starving village. My image, you want a knowledge of mileage. I put my brain time for an oil change. I pay attention, I switch it efficiently. Give a vision, the mission is motivated. I make it up with a planet that I manage to maneuver. The music is too melodic. Don't play it for any novice. I'm modest, my nigga never. I focus on getting better, embarrassing anybody. You niggas plotting for profit and politicking with others. Evasive is what we are. I'm working and never seen. It's all a part of the plan. There's a method to the madness. You'll never understand. I can spit it anywhere that I want, but you thought that was the flow. They never really noticed when you giving up your time and in your mind. You thinking, man, I'm just a diamond in the rough. I know what's up. You feeling down, but if you get over the ground, I guarantee that you'll survive with nobody up on your side. Whenever you do decide to finally feel alive, and we in love with the truth, but never telling a lie. I promise to give you honesty for the rest of my life.
Damn.
Is it number 3? 4 over 1. Loud. Let's do it. Look. Loud. Man, that's what I got. I would never give you nothing that was average. A young black savage, fast rap bastard. Either way you see me as the master. On the plantation, delicious destruction. My shit is salacious. Distribute discussions, attributing to how I think I can't function. These guys on the internet think they did something. Oh no, time for me to put them in their place quick. Lyrically impeccable, punctually embrace it. Face to face, your fate, it fades or fades to fame. It's fake as fuck mistakes that I make. I gotta work with that selective amnesia. Focus on the test and follow all of the procedures. Maybe I'll take a break cause I'm tired, I wanna breathe. Or I know these evil motherfuckers will let to deceive us. Jesus, so you're dead and you hear a nigga talking. I've been calling you for years, but I feel like you just ignore it. Like telling your secretary, jot it down, he's not important. Take his name and his number and tell him I'm busy. I call him when I can, if I ever get a chance. If he's giving you attitude, then it's fuck him in advance. I am blowing him up cause I know that nigga needed me. Want forgiveness of his sins, he need a pen and want a friend, but he dependent on the pain. Cause that's all that he's got, man, I know that's the truth. Subjecting myself to silent solitude with no silence inside of me, soon to subdue. I submitted myself when I plummet. I pray they put poems inside of my casket. My posthumous spirit is piercing. My peers don't adhere to the fear or the feel like a period. The peak of a pyramid, pissing on pitiful peons for penance. Is plenty pretty petty pressing matters that I know that I need to address. My sobrieties first, I get high in excess. That don't equal success, it just means I feel less than alive. I'm surprised that I made it as far as I have when I'm lacking on moral compass and ashamed of my past. Still remember when them niggas told me I was trash. I wanted to spit a couple of bars, but I'm aware that they would laugh. Now I never think about them cause all I did was surpass them. Loud and knowledge.
Jesus. Okay, so that last verse from verse 2 to verse 3 was such a transition of pace, and it was phenomenal how he kept it up, and how the lack, like he'll have the beat going and then it will drop out, and how he can keep up the same pace is amazing. Like there's no other way to say it. It's very impressive. All right, let's keep going. Let's finish it out.
4 for 1. Yes, Lord, this is it. 4 for 1. This number motherfucking 4. We did 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. I love remixing shit so much that we just started giving these long ass 17-minute long songs. I said I was never gonna do this again, and I did it again. Lord, let's do it, motherfucker. You know the rest. Lord, I said I'm trying to make a way. I need a will to make a masterpiece. The devil's on my ass, that dastardly deviant chasing me, replacing my emotions. I'm motioning towards the negative. My nepotism navigates and never erase the narrative. Your negligence is never necessary. It's nefarious. The window's getting smaller, looking down a narrow barrel. Bullets flying like an arrow, allocated by your hatred, hindering the possibility. The possibility, make it a please. When you rise, tell me what the fuck you really see. I pray that you can recognize and find spirituality. Woo! Don't you know fatalities and fallacies are definitely on the way. It's babies killing babies basically, cause don't nobody think. I know they got secret agendas. The generalize of people of color, forming their cover, but cover cashing their counts for a drink and a diamond link. And give them all the tools they need to make sure they become extinct. I try to tell all of my niggas we are an endangered species, but am I the only one that sees or rationally believes it? See the sick in my seat, I seem to see the seed. They planted plants are thrown out of the window with a moving vehicle. I'm in, I virus, still a benefit, fear is fabricated, face to base it, and release of prejudice, a poor confidence, ignoring the injustice of a judicial system that puts a race of people away at a rate that's faster than rabbit, attacking from the inside, destroy the black family. Contradicted a lot, I heard that we have not recovered from the 80s. They put drugs and guns inside of our communities, at least the inner cities, to make sure there isn't unity. Confusing that you think that this isn't a genocide. We're statistics, motherfucker, but we in need of arrest, and I supply the sentiment if there's actually any left, cause it's either incarceration or seeing an early death. In the depths of my soul, I detest the control, I contest, I've been tested. They lessen the blow. I despise they align and combine as a foe. I expose and opposing in person that persecute personally with their personal preference. No pardon for peasants presented for people to place an opinion. A pitiful, pungent, disgusting provisions. I need to prepare as I peek with a pair. That's my pain and my passion. You cannot compare. Is it clear that I'm here? Cause I hear that they heated. My message is heated with heathens. They even a heater to heat up the block and then chop when they eat up the people. They call up the cops but cannot stop their evil. There's forces at work that will not embrace change. It's insane how they think all black people the same. Law. Hey, 4 for 1. That's it. That's it. And next week we're gonna give you 5 for 1, and then the week after that we're gonna give you an entire mixtape. It's just one fucking track. That's it.
Good work, dude. I appreciate that. I appreciate you recognizing all the work. It is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Fuck! That's it. 4 for fucking 1. Oh yeah.
Damn. Alright, so as I said, very impressive. I am super impressed. And that last verse where he was talking about the whole thing going on over the past with cops and African Americans, do I think that a lot of it is intentional? I believe that some of it is. I don't believe that all of what happens is intentional. I do believe some of it is accidental. I do believe that some of it is because the person being arrested or being, told what to do by the authorities does not do proper protocol or does not do what they're saying, and something happens that the cop is forced to take a life. Now I know a lot of people are told or saying like that why don't they aim for a different body part? Well, see, if you think someone is going to try to cause physical harm to you, you're going to aim for where you were trained to aim. And if you were trained to aim like a cop is, you're going to aim for the torso area because that's the biggest part and it'll ensure that the person that is trying to hurt you goes down. Do I think that all of it is okay? No, I don't think any of it is. I think killing is wrong in every way, shape, and form. But I also believe that some of the killings happen for a reason. I don't believe that it's just a hate crime. I don't believe that it's cops shooting someone because they're black. I believe that sometimes they are forced to play their hand, and that's what they come to. Do I think it's the best decision? No. But it happens, and there's nothing that we can really do to change it because we can't get rid of law enforcement. That's not how this country works. So, until then, all we have to do is try to keep fighting the violence we know is intentional. But we need to learn the difference between intentional and accidental. But that's something that people are having trouble understanding because of the media. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure you leave a like down below. Be sure you subscribe if you're not already. Leave a comment down below of a name of an artist and a song you want me to check out, and I'll get to it when I can. And I will, of course, see all of you guys in the next video. See ya.